full time, Rapid Wien 1, Arsenal 2. And this was a tough game for us, but we managed to secure the win and we begin our Europa League campaign with a win, which is nice. But our performance was far from convincing. In the first half, our performance was underwhelming, to be honest. We had only one shot on target, and that too was from a set piece in the 15th minute, where Cedric Suarez whipped in a free kick and David Luiz connected with a header, but Stebinger, their keeper, made a save from it. Wien threatened us immediately after 3 minutes from a counter-attack, where Gabriel Magalhaes had to make a vital block from Ritzmaier, and the resulting block fell into Leno's path. They were threatening us a lot with counter-attacks, and one could argue that they were the better side in the first half because we had a lot of the possession, but we did nothing substantial with it. There were one or two good runs from Pepe and Saka. Quite disappointing that we only managed to do only this much. And Kara had a chance for them in the 40th minute when his shot went just wide, and Thomas Partey made a vital interception from one of their counter-attacks. Even though he got booked, but he had an important first half in my opinion, and he covered the hard yards and did all the tackling. And yep, that's all there was in the first half. In the second half, our performance was only a little bit better, but Rapid Wien started the second half better than us. They scored deservedly in the 51st minute through Fontas. A mistake from Bernd Leno, he kicked it straight into the path of Fontas, and Fontas was able to slot home to make it 1-0 to them. Bernd Leno had another incident when his distribution almost costed us, and we struggled for the early stages of the first half. Arteta made an important substitution, double substitution, when he brought on Hector Bellerin and Aubameyang, and they did make a difference eventually. We did equalize in the 70th minute through David Luiz with a free kick from Pepe and an error from Stebinger. David Luiz was able to head home to make it 1-1, and 4 minutes later we went in front. Brilliant ball from El Neni to Bellerin. Bellerin cut it back from the right, and Aubameyang was able to tap home to make it 2-1 to us. And there was another incident where they could have equalized. Fontas, where all he had to do was slot it from distance, where he got the better of David Luiz, and another miss kick from Bernd Leno, but he delayed and it went wide. And we managed to hang on, and the score line finished 2-1 to us. Not the best displays, but sometimes you got to win ugly, and we managed that, and it was important to win this game to get off the mark. Some of the team's selections were questionable. I wanted Willock and Nelson to play, and many people believe that this would be an ideal game for them, and Runarsson should have started, because I feel that Bernd Leno doesn't have to play every Premier League, Carabao Cup and Europa League game. He must have been a little bit overplayed, and that's why he made the mistakes. He's an important keeper for us, and I hope this was just a one-off moment for him. So we finished the match with 4 shots on target. We had 68% ball position, but Rapid Wien actually had the same number of shots on target and more off target than us, 12 to our 10. So it tells you that we do have to make some improvements, and this should not paper over the cracks. Now let me come to the player ratings. Leno gets a 4 out of 10. I'm sorry, he had a terrible game today with his distribution, and his saves were relatively easy to make, some of them. But today was just one of those days. Gabriel gets a 7.5 because he made a vital interception in the first half. Second half he was a little bit iffy, but for most of the game he was decent. David Luiz gets a 7.5, mainly due to his goal, but his defending was amazing. defensively. He was alright. Kolasinac gets a 5.5 out of 10. Not bad defensively, but nothing special going forward. Offered us almost nothing. And many of their attacks came from the left hand side. From their right hand side, which is our left hand side. Cedric gets a 6 out of 10 because he made one good run in the first half and provided one good free kick delivery, but nothing special after that. Thomas Partey 8 out of 10. He did all the dirty work in the midfield. He won the tackles, the aerial duels. He had 100% aerial duels in the first half when I checked. And he tried to make forward passes and did his best. And then he gets a 6 out of 10. Apart from his amazing pass to Bellerin, which resulted in our goal, he was pretty mediocre and he was passing sideways. Saka gets a 6 out of 10. He tried to make things happen but couldn't quite deliver. He made a lot of runs but nothing came into fruition. Pepe gets a 6 out of 10. He provided the assist via free kick but was pretty mediocre for most of the game. Nothing substantial he did. Lacazette gets a 4 out of 10. Pretty poor from him. He was captain but his first touch was off the mark and he didn't make any good runs. And Nketiah 5 out of 10. He got harshly booked and was playing out of position but struggled throughout the game, and he could have got sent off, could have received a red card for an elbow. That was risky. Out of the subs, I'm only going to give Bellerin and Aubameyang ratings. I'm going to give Bellerin an 8 out of 10 because he completely changed the game when he came on. Aubameyang gets a 7.5 out of 10 because of his goal and his general presence. Yep. So there we have it. And my quick thoughts on the Ozil situation. It's sad he won't play for us anymore. I would have liked him to be at least on the bench and start games like how we had these ones. Not the big ones, but these ones like say some of the smaller teams in the Premier League and some Europa League games. But hey, it's a club decision and it's an administrative decision from what I believe. I know Arteta said it's his decision, but I seriously can't think of a reason why Mesut Ozil is not in the squad at all. Because there's absolutely no way that he can't be good enough to make the squad. Of course he's good enough to make 25-man squad for Arsenal. So there has to be something going up with his comments regarding China and then that whole wage cut thing. Somebody in the club wants him out. It's very clear. I would have personally liked for Mesut Ozil to leave for his own sake. And I felt it would have been best for everyone, but he insists on staying and he wants to honor his contract, which I can understand, honoring your contract, but there's no winner in this situation, so I'll just stop it right there. And now we have to move on and look into the future, so yep. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. Until then, enjoy and have a great day.